All right, another successful mission.
You just look strangely uncomfortable. Can you ask the raptor for motivation, please? Okay.
She's very photogenic.
Nothing can stop us now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's Chip and Dale. How are you guys doing? Hello, Grogu.
Don't be shy. If you want to over.
Now, Universal Orlando Resort, Earl the Squirrel needs his own Christmas tree over here for the meet and greet. I think so. I think we're gonna make that happen. We'll put that.
4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
Do you think the people on the moon ever look over and say, wow, it's a full spaceship Earth tonight? But welcome back to the sign welcoming you to Universal Orlando Resort.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Hiya, Scooby! We're here at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort with the newly opened Kona. I don't remember what it's called. Ooh, it is bright sun this morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in and happy Friday. It's March 21st. And we are ready to have a day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. So welcome in, guys. We're just now coming in and getting ready to be dropped off and jumping right on into the park this morning. I'm glad you could join us here. This is the first time you've ever joined us here on an ear-to-ear magic live stream. We stream from the parks every Monday through Friday here at Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando Resort. I'm glad you guys could join us today. We hope that if you enjoy today's stream and hanging out with the community we have in a live stream, that you take a second to hit the subscribe button. Come back and join us starting next week as we do it all over again every Monday through Friday. How you doing this morning, Charles? Welcome in, Greg. Welcome in, Fabio. It is a really nice sunny day, Ken. But it is still chilly here for Florida, but I know that you guys are probably pretty cold where you're at as well. It's going to get warmer here, though. Just like it's been all week long. It starts off somewhere in around the 50s, and by the time we're done,
there will be a high of 69 today.
Only a high of 69. We're not going to 70 today.
No.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be colder. We'll see if that makes the animals a little more inactive today. Matter of fact, I would not recommend, as chilly as it is, running to go see any of the animal exhibits, because the animals do tend to come out a little slower on cold days. I mean, everybody gets up a little slower on cold days, right? All right. All right, we'll see you soon. I can't get out. All right. There you go. Yeah, I think it's what, around 55 degrees. Hang on, Owen. Can you help me out here? I'll take that. I don't think so. About 55 degrees before some animals are even allowed out into their exhibits, because they don't want the animals to be out too cold. So let's see how that affects things this morning. All right, I'm gonna put you guys in here. There we go.
Yeah, that's just dinosaurs 5 minutes, expedition versus 5 minutes. Making minis 15, Navi is 15. The Avatar is 85.
That's to be expected. Most people are going to run to either Safari or Avatar.
That Safari does not have the weights. Maybe it's just not loaded. Maybe I haven't opened it. We'll see.
Yeah, see. All right, we are going to go through security here, guys. As you know, if you've been with us before, when we go through security, we simply turn the video off. You guys can continue to chat, and we'll return to you guys as soon as we get to the other side. Hopefully it won't be too long. So, whew, it is cold. Need that sunshine again. All right, guys, we're going to go through security, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes. All right. So that was the setup I've never seen.
I was questioning.
Oh,
I was questioning whether or not I could wear a shirt and a hoodie, or if I needed to wear 2 ways of combination.
dude, if I had known it was only going to be a high of 60 to the 60s today, I don't think I would have worn shorts. Ah, I should have looked at the weather. It's freezing out here. So, they did something different coming into the animal kingdom. Security. Normally they have, at each little section, they have 2 scanners for people to walk through. And they have a right and a left to go, you know, makes you go through a little quicker. And then what they do is they put the strollers to the far right, to the far left of each of those 2 scanners, and they have people who are pushing the stroller walk through the scanner to come back and get the stroller. Well, this one they actually sectioned off the left side just for strollers, so there was only one open for everybody else. I've not seen them do that before, at least here at Animal Kingdom. They still got the intro music. Right on in here.
You don't extend that in the bar.
No, it's just right here in my hand. Thank you. Take a left. So, good morning and Jumbo, everybody. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. That's exactly what I was thinking, mister.
So our keepers are actually in there right now.
Yeah, you have on pants at least.
I guess.
What time is it?
I'm gonna warm up later.
You look at this part.
Good morning. All right, so as we're running in with everybody here, I'm seeing a notification here that Nick has gifted some memberships this morning. Is that right? Thank you so much, Nick. Our private YouTube membership program here allows people to support the channel and also get a few perks. It's something people can join by hitting the join button in the middle of the screen. It's $3.99 a month, $1 a week to support the channel, have your name green in the chat, and have access to emojis. Well, Nick has wanted to extend that to some people and has gifted a membership for 5 people that just joined. They're randomly chosen by YouTube and are just automatically green in the chat moving forward. So thank you so much, Nick. Yeah, let's do something else. Woo. Also, thank you very much, Chris. Chris has donated to the channel this morning with a super chat. Thank you so very much. Hang on, my fingers are cold, so it's not registering on my screen. I need a warm finger. Are you wearing gloves?
No, I'm wearing 2 hoodies.
You're wearing 2 hoodies.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
wearing 2 hoodies and stacked on each other. Maybe I should have worn gloves. I probably would have benefited.
Yeah, it would have been easier just to put on some gloves. Thank you so much, Chris, for the $1.99 super chat. What can I say except thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a great Friday morning this morning. We're gonna make our way over to Pandora. Owen says we should go for a Navi River journey. We haven't been over there in a bit. So look at all the people already leaving Pandora. More than likely are Disney hotel guests who were able to enter the park half an hour early.
Is Pandora open early?
Yes.
Oh, so that's why prices is always at 85.
Yes.
So I guess that's a huge perk in this particular thing. If you do it, like say if you do that in Magic Kingdom or Ambersweet, there's only a few certain rides you can get. I mean, I guess you can get some.
Well, we didn't talk about this earlier, but starting the middle of this week, they changed rope drop at Magic Kingdom. And they're now allowing everyone to get in the lines early. So that could change for Magic Kingdom.
So you can get in line, but you can't actually advance.
Right. Gotcha. Well, we'll have to check it out to see what is really happening. Walt. Speaking of being in the Magic Crew cast, Walt has been a member for 28 months. This is as long as we've had the program. So thank you so much, Walt. Still 20 minutes, not bad. Leave it to Owen to take us on a water ride on a freezing morning like today. Oh, it says, good morning, Chris. Owen and the Magic Crew. How's life treating you up there in the Bluegrass State? Thanks for being green, Walt. How you doing this morning, Odnay? Welcome in. Awesome, Tori. Tori is hey, whoa, there is a squirrel. Squirrel, walk across. Hey, give me a peanut. Hey. You want a peanut? Here. Come on, dude. Here. Want a peanut? The peanut. You want one? Here. Right there. There you go. There's your peanut. Everybody deserves a Friday morning peanut. Just for you.
Nobody else is there impressive.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Remember? You put your hands up and say,
He says thank you to everybody who made. I would have warmed it up for you, buddy, if I'd known. All right, enjoy.
No, this is what happened. We got
All right. Come on. Focus. There we go. Good morning, Angela. Hope you're having a great Friday. Off to prep for my son's 18th birthday. What you guys doing for the birthday? Come in 3 strands. And from all of us, tell your son happy birthday. How you doing, Aaron? Good morning. Well, he seemed like he appreciated it, Matthew. What do you think? Good morning, Susan D. Barbara's sore this morning. Sit back and we'll take care of the rides. How you doing, Andrew? So, before I was taken aback by a squirrel running across the trail in front of me. Tori is in a teacher's competition, guys. And if you are on our patron group, you can help her out. There is, Tori will give you guys links in the chat for you guys to help vote for her as a favorite teacher. So, Tori, when you get a chance, put the links back up in there and let everybody go in there and vote again. Good morning, Carol. Happy Friday. How you doing today, Eugene? Does that mean that eventually by the end of the movie, after everything's all right and everything's good, Macaulay Culkin will bring me a sandwich? Good morning, Don. You guys are just jumping into the stream this morning. We are in line for the Navi River journey. Despite being cold, Owen was able to open up the app and see I had a pretty short wait time this morning, so you don't need it for very often.
Odd numbers, 3 and 8.
Yeah, that was the thing I could never understand, Anthony. Here's a woman who's homeless and hungry and living out in the Central Park, and instead of inviting her to stay in the room with heat and food, you know, oh well. Hey, it's still going to be pretty short though. Gretchen, we don't have a lot blocked off here. The only thing we have blocked off is the area of Chester and Hester's in DinoLand. Other than that, there's not a lot of walls. We're going to show you guys what it looks like over by It's Tough to Be a Bug later today. Its last day of operation was last Sunday. Monday morning, guests showed up to the sign already removed. And all that space, there was nothing, not even a wall up. It was just basically, hey, this thing didn't even exist. So if somebody came in and didn't know there was an attraction there, they would not have even have known. Good morning, Pam. What's so funny, Feed the Birds is a very popular song out of Disney's Mary Poppins, but yet when you come into the theme parks, the first thing you see all over the place are signs that say, do not feed the birds. And there's a reason why. The birds can get very aggressive. It's, you know, better that I fed the squirrel here as opposed to like in a restaurant or something where it encourages the squirrels to hang out and bother guests as they're eating. But birds, especially like at Plane Tree Barbecue, can get very aggressive to the point where if you feed them and they feel comfortable around people, they'll get to the point where they'll just jump up on the table and eat your food directly off of your plate. It used to be that way over at Blizzard Beach many years ago. Over by their quick service location, we've had entire plates violated by birds when we got up to get napkins. came back and the birds were standing in our plate eating all the french fries. Good morning, Michelle. How you doing, Ahmad? Welcome in. No Tigers, perfect day at Coco Cay with Royal Caribbean's private island is really bad with the birds. Yeah, over by the taco area, you have to watch that. They will come and eat your food. You need to make sure you have a friend stay at the table at all times. Yeah, that one little entrance way into this ride is no signal. No Wi-Fi for Disney and no signal at all. So I knew we'd be back by the time we got started.
Hands off each other's side. And please supervise your children. Y supervisen a sus niños. Gracias.
Yeah, I was supposed to go sit down. I told you.
Welcome back, travelers. Please remain seated aboard the boat until it comes to a complete stop and then exit to the left. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day on Pandora. Welcome back, travelers. Please remain seated aboard the boat until it comes to a complete stop and then exit to the left. Thank you.
As a reminder, we do have to, we're gonna have to do a hard stop at one point.
Look at this. It's the queue
Oh my goodness.
for Flight of Passage. You know it's long when they have to use that section.
I mean, the entire inside the queue, once you enter through those, the gates under the wait time, it's designed to be as long as possible to avoid doing that, but
It's so long that they're having to take it way on outside.
I mean, even with that being said, half of Pandora is made around the idea of like extending the line through Pandora and even out of Pandora if needed, just for this ride.
Happy Friday today, guys. It's an hour. Hey, it's another squirrel. Think it's our same squirrel friend? Think you made this? You think you made this way around?
Guess how many bees have my flying top?
I'm gonna say 180.
205.
200. Well, you've got the full queue out here.
The wait time up there is even actually up there it's just 240. Close to 3 hours?
Yep. Well, more than that. That's 4 hours. 4 hour wait. That's why when Nick said yesterday that his nephew only waited 90 minutes yesterday, that was pretty good. Because not only are we full all the way here, guys, the entire interior queue is full. The exterior queue is full. Plus, we are already on the other side, outside. It's a full queue. So I'm not surprised by them telling us it's a 3 or 4 hour wait at this point.
You want to log over to the trust first. I want to see the line myself before we skip on that. go over the Kilimanjaro, it is so long we just go over to either Mount Everest or
I think it's too cold to buy some, but we can try. Welcome in, Leo. Yeah, it is. Good to see you this morning. JP. Happy Friday, Deb Foreman. Martha's with us this morning. Kitten Duo, thank you for hitting the like button today. Super Grumpy, good morning. If Super Grumpy can say good morning, you guys can too. Glad to have you guys with us. It's in the 50s this morning here at Disney, and I'm glad I at least have something with sleeves on it about wearing shorts this morning. Every time the wind whips through, you can hear. I think there's kids in that one family were all like groaning to hear them. But it is a nice, bright, sunshiny day. Look at that.
At least we have sun. It would be worse if we did.
All right. Owen wants to head on over into Harambe. So what time is it now? It is almost 9 o'clock. The park has been open to all guests now for 45 minutes. An hour and 15 for those who are park guests staying at a Disney World hotel. Just to let you guys know, we are going to have a hard stop today for this morning stream. Where if you're watching with us for the first time, our stream will be a little shorter than normal. I do have a very important doctor's appointment this afternoon that we have to get to. Can we slip through this way? Yeah. Right after lunch. So.
They're expecting the lines to...
Yeah, they're going to use this for the extra queue if they need it. Jumbo, good morning. Oh, they're a little far away. They just stopped to ask a cast member if this is the way to see the baby tigers. They're on the wrong side of the park. Generally, just go anywhere that you're not at right now, and you're going to be closer. We might see if we can see Basso this morning too. But as I was saying, guys, I do have a very important doctor's and surgeon's follow-up today. So we're glad that we can at least spend some time with you guys this morning. Thank you, Amanda. As always, I'm just always a little nervous about it. I'm hoping. The surgeon had told me on our last visit that he really wanted me to give him the month of March again before I start pressuring him to get back to full riding privileges. He's being extremely cautious, and I understand why. I mean, this is my vision we're talking about here, so if you've been watching with us the past few months, you're like, notice Chris doesn't ever ride Expedition Everest. I love to ride Expedition Everest. I just cannot. Not until the doctor gives me a full clearance. We'll get back to riding those other rides eventually. I want to ride Velocicoaster. I want to ride Hagrid's again over at Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure. I'd like to ride Tron again with you guys. So we're getting there. Thank you, Kid Duo. Thank you, Deb. Good morning, Hootie. What are you doing, Haley? Oh, Jumbo. Walking around on Kingdom. Reminder, we had a new promotion come out yesterday with Disney. For those who are Disney Visa card holders, we have early access to a promotion that we believe may open up to everybody starting March 27th. But until then, now through March 26th, if you have a Disney Visa card in your wallet, if you book a minimum 4-night stay and a 4-day park hopper ticket package at Walt Disney World through certain times of the year, they will give you a complimentary Disney dining plan. Yeah, that's free food here at Disney. It's a good promotion. Yesterday, Susan was going through all of our existing travel clients and finding out ones that fit. One client already had a trip booked with the dining package with us, and this deal, even though we had to take away her current promotion at the moment, we had it on the new promotion, and her balance is going to go down about $500. That's a big chunk. That's a good promotion. So if you guys are interested in knowing what the dates are or more information, go over to eartoearmagic.com. We've got all the details up in a blog post, and then you can fill out a travel inquiry form if you'd like for us to take care of that and book you with your Disney Visa card. Now, if you don't have a card and you're thinking, wait, I just wanted this to open up on March 27th, I want this same deal, you can still fill out an inquiry form for Disney. Just tell us that you don't have a card. We'll put you on a list, and when it becomes open to everybody, we're hoping on the 27th, Susan and Heather are going to start at the top of that list first, booking and going down. So the sooner you get on that list, the higher priority you guys are going to be for getting those booked. Let us know. Hi, good morning. Happy Friday, Joy Vegas. Good to see you, Josh R. So is it really 1 hour? Is that what it says?
I mean, it didn't have a wait time before that.
It did not have a wait time before then?
On the app, it makes thinks that they post a bunch of
What does it say now? All right, do you see any strollers over here to the left or right? A few? Okay, well, let's just go ahead and make it happen. It's not gonna get any lower, let's put it that way. Let's go see some aminals. Like aminals.
Tom Jumbo, everyone. Unfortunately, your trip has been delayed. Currently, animals are blocking the path of our safari vehicles. We apologize for the inconvenience.
It's a giraffic jam.
For your patience. As soon as we are moving again, we shall work quickly to get you out of your safari. Thank you again for touring with Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris,
we go wild. At least we're already through the office. That's a good sign. Hey, so far so good, right guys? I threw in a couple of extra Animal Kingdom emojis for our Magic Crew cast this morning. So if you are green in the chat, feel free to open it up and take a look at the emojis, and including 2 that were drawn and created by my daughter Liberty. One for Kevin, which is one of my favorites, and a really cute Yeti. How you doing today, Craig's Robotics? It is a chilly morning this morning, Maureen, isn't it? You know it.
Even though the delay message is bad, at least you know their animals out in the savannah.
Morning, Joseph. How you doing? Nick, will we be looking for a meatball later in Basso? Probably so. I just wanted to get a little warmer first, because if it's too cold, they won't have him out. So, thank you, JP, for being a member for 24 months in the Magic Crew cast. Imagine that it's been 2 years. Kind of crazy, right? Time does go by fast. Sorry guys, just kind of catching up here. Oh, we're not moving. Disney family says, can we believe that Chris didn't say rides he wants to ride at Epic Universe? Well, right now Epic Universe isn't open till the 22nd of May, and unless a Universal team member invites me to one of their friends and family events in the next coming weeks, then I'm trying to curtail my excitement, because we're not getting there until the Tuesday after. it opens. So, morning, Chris. Anderson wants to know, did you see Divine today? No. First of all, Divine doesn't normally show up at rope drop. If your best bet at seeing Divine is gonna be in the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hour coming in, and you'll always want to go to the right side of the split, right when you come in through the main toll gates. And this morning we went to the left, so didn't see Divine today. But as far as the Epic Universe rides that we're most excited to ride, I think I'm most excited to ride Monsters Unchained after hearing all of the early reviews that we're getting from people in the previews. People are just saying that Monsters Unchained is an amazing attraction. All the animatronics, and that, you know, our classic Universal monsters are just so real. So Chris Bourne, what is your best advice game plan for July 4th? Been to Disney about 15 times, but never on July 4th and going this year. A lot of people, Chris, will immediately say that they need to go to the Magic Kingdom to see the 4th of July fireworks. It's going to be insanely crowded. You just know that. You need to be prepared for that. My advice, and Chris, you can, you know, go back and check. You can go back and watch our previous live streams over the past 4 years where we've gone over to July 4th to check things out. For us personally, Chris, what we like to do is we like to go to the Magic Kingdom on July 3rd. Why? Because it's still going to be crowded, but you won't have the July 4th crowd. So go see the fireworks on July 3rd, and they have the same fireworks. It's a special fireworks, but they do it both on the 3rd and the 4th. So go see it on the 3rd. And on July 4th, you can go see the fireworks over at Epcot. And they have a special finale for Luminous. Also, if you go over to Epcot on July 4th, there is a chance to have a character meet and greet for Mickey, Goofy, and Donald dressed up in colonial outfits and costumes that they only do for July 4th. So that's my advice. I know it doesn't work for everybody, but it's something to consider.
Keep up with the party in front of you and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary.
Welcome in Education CB. Happy Friday.
If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party through the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again, please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring with Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wide.
We are, Tori. Good morning. We're in the line for Columbus Jar Surprise. So we got in the standby line. It was said 40 minutes.
It says it's gonna be longer than we're going. 40 minutes exactly, probably
I expect about half an hour.
Good headway up.
Yeah. Well, here's the plan right now, guys. We do have tickets for the Tuesday after grand opening. It's going to be Susan, myself, Owen, and Caleb. When we bought the tickets, Liberty said that it being so crowded, she wanted to wait until it wasn't so shoulder to shoulder. But she's excited. I think she was almost more excited about the Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon now, especially after seeing the meet and greet. She saw the meet and greet for Toothless and then for Dart. And you got characters like Rough Nut and Tough Nut walking around. So I think she's almost excited to do that. But she said, I'm going to elect to go when it's calmed down a little bit. So the four of us will go the Tuesday after Memorial Day. We will not be streaming live continually. We will probably go live every so often though. I think, you know, we'll just randomly go live on either TikTok or Instagram. Just to kind of give you guys updates, maybe even show you a couple things here and there. But my guess is that we're going to be doing a lot of standing in line. There's going to be a lot of long waits. So I don't think we're going to get it all done in one day. I don't even think we're going to get close to it. So we are going to enjoy it first, and then afterwards we're going to, you know, look about seeing going back and just doing live streaming. As an annual pass holder, I can buy tickets for about $160 to $170 per day. So we'll have to see. Martha, if you want to go down and sit down and eat, a reservation would be recommended. It's pretty crowded. But to try the bakery stuff, there is a walk-in shop that's to the right of the main entrance. There's always a good line to get in there, but you don't have to have a reservation. It's a walk-up kind of scenario. So if you just wanted to get some cake or get some pie or something like that, you do not have to have a reservation. You can just walk in like you would a quick service.
Eventually, I want to when the time is a lot, we need to go there.
We were going to go there last week on Pie Day. We actually had set aside some funds to try out some of the pies for Pie Day. They have 4 pies to choose from over at the Cake Bake Shop. And It's kind of sad. We missed it by like 40. I think the official number was 43. We were 43 short. Like I thought we had it in the bag. Tori says the kids have a special in 20 minutes. They will love seeing all the animals. In about, I don't know if we'll be on the safari in 20 minutes, but hopefully soon after that, that would be good. So they could watch and see some of the animals.
And welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you
Is that my belloc? No, that's the tiger sounds. And that's their piped in music. My belly growls. It's more of a soft,
before you reach our
soft sound. It's more of a soft whine. More of a complaining whine. It's not nearly as aggressive. They kind of like how Nova does. Nova, when we eat, we normally eat dinner first and then we feed the dog after. And she sits there the entire time we're having dinner and she just softly whines. Not loudly, just enough to just barely be audible. And it's like, and you can hear it. It's like this high pitched. That's kind of how I do sometimes.
You must be alert and keep your eyes open. They could be anywhere. When the weather is hot, look in the shady places where you may find them resting. When the weather is colder, you may find them at the open grass fields soaking up the warm rays of the sun.
I feel like they're not usually over there, and the reason they are today is because it's
blend into the environment. This is true of both predators and their prey, so you must pay attention and look carefully. The lion is colored like the yellow grass where they hide to hunt. Now crocodiles look like submerged logs at the water's edge. Even the giraffe is patterned like the shadows that fall under the trees.
So somebody was asking about the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Others around you
The thing about Animal Kingdom Lodge is that it is separated from everything else. To me, that's the appeal. You know, when you're staying at the Poly, everybody loves the Poly. Gotta love the Poly. It's a great place to stay. But you continually are seeing the Seven Seas Lagoon. You can see the other resorts. You can see the Magic Kingdom, you know, and yeah, the monorail's moving around. The boats are moving, you know. At Animal Kingdom Lodge, once you're in, it's like you're in your own little space. And for me, I love that idea that you can't get to it by boat. You can't get to it by monorail because when you're there, it's your own little special space. So this morning, Nova, by the way, I have a Great Dane. She's 140 pounds, so she's a smaller Great Dane. And she has a routine that when we get up in the morning, I feed her what we call her puppy nums. She gets to have her breakfast, her dog food, her water, and then she immediately goes, okay, I gotta go outside and go to the restroom. Now, she doesn't feel the need to go to the restroom until she gets fed. But if she lays in her crate with me on a lazy Saturday morning, she'll lay there for an hour, 2 hours with me if we're sleeping in.
Jumbo,
and not say a word.
And welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris.
But as soon as I get up, as soon as I start walking around, that's when she starts asking. She's like, look, you gotta feed me now. And as soon as you feed her, she immediately wants to go outside. So she did that with me this morning, and I'm like, you need to wait. And then I made her go lay down on her love seat. She's so big, she doesn't have a dog bed. She has her own love seat. And I made her wait until I got to her. She had been fed. She could wait a few more minutes, and I made her wait. I think I made her wait another 3.5 minutes, the poor dog.
Keep up with the party in front of you and fill in all the available space. Thank you for
She's a baby Dane.
When it comes to safaris, we go wide.
She's so digital. Good morning, firefighter. How you doing? We're getting ready to get on Kilimanjaro safaris this morning. Like, I want to be fed right now. But as bad as our dog is, our cat, oh my gosh. She's gotten so much more comfortable in her new surroundings. But she's got a begging corner. She likes to stand and sit right in front of the door where we keep all the pet food. And she likes to ask for it. Even after she's already been fed. She like immediately forgets she's been fed and she wants more. Meow. No, you just got fed. Meow. I'm like, you are not fooling me. I just fed you. How you doing this morning, Paula? We booked this morning to return to our happy place in October 2026. Wow, that's really far out there. I'm kind of curious. How did you book that far out? That's awesome. Good morning, Paula. Welcome in.
For your own safety, always remain seated during
As we were passing by the stroller area, I saw a squirrel making away with my small.
The squirrel inspector?
And feet inside the vehicle.
The squirrel inspector was checking the stroller.
Most importantly, please keep your eyes on your children. Securely store any.
You know what? I know a lot of people who talk about the fact that, you know, their pets, either their dog or their cat, follows them to the restroom, and like if you have a single toilet room, they will stick their paws underneath the door or put their noses at the door gap at the bottom. Like, what are you doing when you coming out? Who else? Does anybody else have a cat or a dog who follows them to the restroom and sits at the door and continually wants an update as to when they're going to be coming back out?
And welcome to
The little paw underneath the door going, hey, are you under there?
Please keep your group together. Keep up with the party in front of you and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary.
Know that we don't allow her to bark. She will get barky every once in a while with us. When she's playful, she'll talk to me, but I try to get her to not bark, but to verbalize what she wants and to talk to me. And she does a lot of. If she's not happy about something, I get the. What is it? What's the matter? You want me to scratch you? And she's like. So I'll talk back to her like that.
Note that it is divided into two distinct zones. The area with handrails is the loading zone.
All right, Gretchen, have a great day at work today.
Stand just before you board your vehicle. Zone 2 is immediately behind you. As you move out into Zone 2, please note the 4 circles at the feet in each row.
Okay, if the fish follow you to the bathroom, we're gonna have other concerns.
Children may be seated next to or on the lap of their parents or accompanying adults. As the room ahead of you.
Welcome in, Movie Media Nick. How you doing this Friday, man?
But do not attempt to board.
You're gonna be going to see Snow White this weekend?
For your own safety, always remain seated during the safari, as the road can be rough and bumpy, and keep your arms, hands, legs, and feet inside the vehicle at all times.
Jumbo, welcome in. If you just popped in, we are here at Kilimanjaro Safaris. We're about to get on a ride, so not too much longer. Hope you guys will go do some animal seeking with us today.
On your camera or phone. Once again, have a wonderful safari, and as we say here in Harambee, Karibuni, welcome aboard.
Wow, you're on it then. Did you get an early preview or did you go Thursday night? I know they had a D23 fan event just recently, so.
Ciao everyone, we are almost ready to board you on our safari vehicles, and I wanted to make certain I told you about our loading procedures. Before you actually enter the loading area, please Please locate the nearest trash bin and discard any unfinished food or drinks. If someone in your party is traveling with
Awesome.
a mobility device, please line up behind that person, allowing them to lead the group through the gate at the end of the ramp, immediately in front of you.
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together.
Welcome in. Thank you so much, Patrick Lacey, for hitting that subscribe button this morning. Welcome to the group.
If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling,
everybody, welcome in, Patrick.
Please have this person lead your party through the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again, please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring with Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wide.
During your safari, as the road can be rough and bumpy.
My cats start staring at me until I go to bed, and they have to be under the blankets too. Wow.
Most importantly, please keep your eyes
No, most cats are nocturnal. They're like, I don't want to go to bed. I've already been sleeping all day.
If you are on a night safari, don't forget to turn off the flash on your camera.
Nova, if I'm laying down in my bedroom, Nova lays down in her crate. Now, her crate is always open. It's not a punishment thing. She just knows it's actually, she kind of feels like it's a safe place she can always go into. But as long as I'm in the bedroom, she comes in and lays down to be right next to me. So. Yep. Last night, Nova was having puppy dreams. And the reason I know is that she'll start riding a bicycle and start kicking her back legs while she's sleeping. And she'll talk in her sleep. And then last night she kicked the side of her crate.
If someone in your party is traveling with a mobility device, please line up behind that person, allowing them to lead the
All right, as you guys are watching this morning, as a reminder, our job here in YouTube live streamer is to share the joy of the parks, the magic of the attractions, but our job is not to make it less fun for the people that are actually here. So when we're on the ride, I will be taking and turning off my narrator button. I will not be talking unless we get stopped or something really cool happens. I tend to keep it down to minimal, if nothing, so that everyone can enjoy the ride sitting around me. And I want you guys to continue to have fun. But the only reason I mentioned this is I want you guys to know that if you ask me a question or if there's a comment to me, I am going to be focusing on making sure my camera is on the best view for animals. And I will not possibly see your comments or questions until we get back to the exit. If you do have a question and cannot wait until we get back off the ride, we have a great group of mods here who want to answer your questions and help you guys out. So feel free to ask. Just know that the mods are going to be the one to helping. So thank you, mods. Our mods are not here to be mean or police. They're here to help and support. And we want you guys to do what you guys do best. Welcome in anyone who comes in and says hello for me while we're on the ride. And continue to have a great time chatting with each other, because the magic happens in our live chat. And we're so glad that you guys are with us today. How you doing, G-Pat?
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together.
Thank you.
Keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form
You
a
want to
single
go before me or?
Yeah, let me jump in first so I can have better views of the hippos. John Bowen, welcome into Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's time for Kilimanjaro safaris. You guys get on your goggles and your safari hats. We're going to be searching for some aminals today. That's awesome. You guys already mapped out and know exactly what you're going to do for dining? I mean, leave it to a Disney fan to be thinking about what they want to eat 2 months out. That's what we do, right? It's getting real.
Alrighty, friends, if you're on the right, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors are going to be sliding closed.
Hey guys. Peter.
Alrighty, Asante Sana Warden. Asante Sana, that does mean thank you. And what we say here in Harambe is Twinde. Twinde does mean let's go. Now, Jumbo, everybody, hello. And Kiribuni, welcome. My name is Kirsten. I'm going to be your safari guide here today. We've also got Rachel up in the front here as our driver. Now, we are going to be entering the Harambe Wildlife Reserve here in just a couple of seconds, but as a friendly reminder, make sure to stay seated at all times with hands, arms, feet, and legs inside of the truck. This is a very real safari with very real animals. Things can get pretty bumpy out there. We just want to give you and our animals the safest experience possible. It does look like we are getting the all clear here from the warden, so we can start our journey today out in the Little Aturi Forest. Now, a lot of the animals who live here in the forest, they use some great forms of camouflage to protect themselves. They've got some contrasting colors, stripe patterns, sometimes even a combination of them both, making them pretty challenging to spot. But way over on that right-hand side here, kind of out in the brush, you are going to find an okapi. Okapi are incredibly deceptive with their striped party pants. They look a little bit like a zebra, but they're actually the only known giraffe. And we know because of their skull structure, it's nearly identical, just a bit smaller. And they've got that same prehensile tongue. Prehensile just means they can grab things. And the reddish brown antelope up on the left, those are going to be the bongo. Bongo are actually some of the only antelope in the world where males and females will both have horns. Those coats, they tend to be a bit darker in color, getting darker as they age. And up on the right-hand side here, you are going to find a couple of saddle-billed storks. They stand about 5 feet tall with a wingspan of over 9 feet wide. That's about as wide as the canopy above our heads. So they're pretty ginormous. Just might not seem like it back here. Did look like that was a female stork. We know because she's got golden yellow eyes. Males have a kind of grayish brown colored eye.
It's up on a giant nest. Whoa.
So up on the left-hand side there, you are going to find a black rhino. Black rhinos are the smallest rhino that live here in Africa. They weigh about 3,000 pounds, fully grown. He's a little camera shy, but they have this very cute triangle-shaped upper lip that's going to be prehensile as well. It's a great way to tell black rhinos apart from the white rhinos, who also live here in Africa. It's not super unusual to find those black rhinos there alone, though, because they do tend to be more solitary creatures, living and traveling by themselves. You might notice there are a couple of hippos just down by that tree in the water here on the right.
We'll see more on the left in a second. They're getting fed by the wild track.
Now the big grayish white birds here on the front as well, those are pink-backed pelicans. They're named for the pink feature on their backs. It's most prominent with their mating season. You might have seen a few of those hippos out on the left. It's actually a float of hippos. That's what a group of hippos is called. Floats. They do spend most of their time in the water. Cool. They're not very good at swimming though. Instead they usually sink to the bottom of the river. That's where they stand or walk or even hop along the river floor. Help them to move along just a little bit faster. The hippos will come out of the water usually overnight, mostly to find food. They eat about 100 pounds of grass and brush. So hold on tight over this bridge though. It's gonna get bumpy and we are out in crocodile territory. Down below there you'll find some Nile crocodiles. And those Nile crocs, they can grow to be as long as a giraffe is small. Just make sure we're fully safe up there. And they can have a light horns stretched strong enough to crush bones. That is my main top predators. Those crocs, they can actually make for great parents. They roll their eggs with their mouths to help them. Once they hatch from those eggs, they scoop them up, carry them in their mouths as well. And that's going to help to protect them from any other predators who might be found in some of those murky waters.
Mama, why am not going fast? Because we don't want to miss the animals.
Now we'll see a lot of this tree foliage clearing up ahead. And this is going to be a great indicator that we are about to head down to the savannah. Now savannas are home to some of the most popular animals who live here in Africa, like giraffes or elephants, even some big cats. So we are going to work our way down and we'll see what we can find.
I hope I like a tiger.
Now there are some very important animals who live here, like giraffes for example. We'll start to find on the right hand side here. Wildebeests are actually the most densely populated mammal in the whole entire world, besides humans. They migrate annually, following the rain. I've heard them up to about 1.5.
Wildebeest, also known as GNU, G-N-U. New. I knew we'd see them.
Of course, we'll start to see some of those giraffes off in the distance there as well. We'll come around and get a little bit of a closer look at them here in a second, but being the tallest animal in the world, they can stand around 16 to 20 feet tall, fully grown. They're even born standing at around 6 feet tall. And they are pretty tricky to spot, but up ahead here you are going to find a couple of African painted dogs. They're kind of laying down just past the watering hole. And they are beautiful, named for that pattern of their coat. They're actually some of the world's most successful hunters, being more successful in their hunts than hyenas and lions combined. Just make sure we are fully seated back there. No, this spot, I'm sorry.
Down here, I saw him move his ears.
Now up ahead here on that left-hand side, you are going to find some sable antelope out in the back. Sable antelope are actually the emblem here of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. They're some of the only antelope known to never back down from a fight, using their horns to fight off something like a lion.
Speaking of horns.
And of course here on the left, you're going to find some Ankole cattle. They're also known as the Watusi cattle. After the domesticated them. And their horns are growing over your feet. They're not very heavy though. They're mostly hollow. They have a paper-thin honeycomb-like structure inside, like a built-in AC. It helps to keep it cool. So those cattle have another very unique way. They release a little extinction though, so give it a little bit of now it does look like we are gonna find a couple of spring buck out on the right. They're kind of laying down, scattered out past these zebras. Now there are 3 different kinds of zebras in the world. Stripe pattern consistencies help us to identify them. So we know these are Hartman's mountain zebras because they have back legs and much thinner stripes throughout the rest of their body.
You can see our baby bull in the back.
The little springbucks that are back there as well, they are actually named for their ability to spring straight up in the air 6 feet. They can jump about 13 feet straight across. If that was not impressive enough, they receive 5 miles an hour, which is going to place them in the top 10 fastest land animals in the whole entire world.
But Africa wouldn't be this cool.
Well, we got this.
Work our way out towards quite a bit of a more brush covered area, and a lot of this greenery here, it provides extra shelter and food to all sorts of animals. They tend to be a little shy and reserved though, but it does look like we are going to be heading out into some African elephant territory.
Good morning, Miss
Now we know
Cresswell's
that
class.
this is an African elephant because of its ears. They are very large, covering its shoulders. And it is a coincidence, but they are shaped a little bit like the continent.
Yeah.
Now, being the largest land mammal in the whole entire world, African elephants, they can weigh over 13,000 pounds fully grown. Now, despite their size, though, they are actually known to be afraid of bees. That's because they have very sensitive skin, and getting stung, that would hurt them a lot. Now, they are very, very smart, and they have really great memories. They can recognize the sound of a bee's buzzing, notifying their herd that there are bees around, so they can stay clear until those bees are gone and it's safe to return. But speaking of herds of elephants, it did look like that one elephant looked like he was out there all by himself. I know that seems sad and lonely. I promise it's not, though. It's entirely normal. Just a really great indicator that that elephant is going to be a male. Now, herds of elephants, they typically consist of females and their babies. But as your males get older, when they don't really need their herds for protection, they usually kind of find themselves. Now, as we continue along up ahead here on that right-hand side, you're going to notice there's a couple of tusk marks out these red cleavages. Elephants. It's got a lot of extra vitamins and minerals. Helps to fulfill nutritional gaps that might exist within their diets. These elephants, they can eat about 300 pounds of food every single day. Lots of grass, brush, trees, even a lot of fruit. But their diets are part of what makes them so incredibly important out here. And that's because elephants are actually considered pollinators. So that sounds pretty wild. If you think of a pollinator, you might think of a bee or a bug. But elephants are migratory animals. They travel very far distances every single year. And they're not really seeds. So they go to the bathroom, replanting already fertilized seeds, maintaining food sources for themselves and future generations. But nearly every single animal here on the savannah. It does sound like there might have been a couple of rhinos in the road, just a few trucks here ahead of us. Hopefully we'll get going here shortly, and of course once we do, we'll try and get a much closer view of those elephants out there. We'll keep you updated as soon as we get going though. We'll try and get it in here. Should just be a few more minutes.
We stopped because there was an animal on our road.
Which animal was it?
Are you scared?
couple of the white rhinos are out on the pathway up ahead, so the animals are never forced to move or go anywhere. So back in the distance here, while we've got a spot here, you see behind this rock, you see all the Disney guests back there? They are on a special behind the scenes tour carrying for Gentle Giants, and you can book this. It allows you to go backstage, and you can get to see the elephants up close and see here they are how they're taken care of by the keepers here.
Their ears a lot. It looks really silly, like they're trying to fly away. I promise they're not though. It's actually a really great way they keep cool. They have these really big blood vessels in their ears. And when they flap their ears, it produces a lot of cool wind, ultimately cooling down the blood in those ears, and then filters out their whole entire bodies.
Keep an eye out for the
If
females.
has any questions in this time, feel free to call them out to me. Sorry, we're in a weird spot to keep an eye on those elephants, but hopefully we'll get going here shortly.
So when the animals get in the road like this, what they do is they'll coerce them. They won't force them out of the road, but they'll sometimes come over and bring them treats. They'll bring out the nutrition trucks and wave a few goodies to the rhinos or giraffes or zebras and encourage them to move along. So it has been noted in the past that the giraffes at one point learned this behavior and are sometimes intentionally block the path, knowing that if they do it long enough that a truck will show up and eventually provide them with some good eats. So what a bright sunshiny day. Are you enjoying this good dog? I think I want that tour.
Alrighty, it sounds like those, rhinos might still be in the road. Looks like there's a little bit of movement up ahead there, so we'll see if we can squeeze on up. We'll get to look at those elephants out here on that left-hand side as well. Oh, it does look like there's a little baby elephant run. So cute.
Cora's out today.
Very cool. Now, baby elephants are a really unique way that we can talk about elephant conservation. That's because African elephants, they actually have the longest pregnancy of any mammal on the whole entire planet. It takes just about 2 full years, averaging about 22 months. This takes a really, really long time for just...
Sorry guys, I'm zoomed in a lot and it's the camera.
Alright my friends, it does sound like those rhinos have worked their way out of the road.
Alright, come on,
so
there we go.
will say goodbye to our elephants. Sit here and watch them all day long. But we do have some other fun animals that we can go and find. Of course, we'll see if we can get a nice look at some of those rhinos who are causing some trouble on the road up ahead. But hopefully just a good indicator. Greater flamingos are the largest and lightest pink of the flamingos. They're going to hatch with gray feathers, which come out over the course
too zoomed in.
Sorry,
Sorry guys. Come on.
we are going to be heading out on tour for mud wallows. And mud, just like water, is a great cooling agent for animals like the white rhinos. The white rhinos are the largest of all 5 species of rhino. They can weigh up to about 6,000 pounds. And they are the only sociable rhino though, so they live in these herds, or crashes as we call them. They're typically family units. They stick together for life. Rhinos, make sure you get Now, it's not super uncommon for those rhinos to cause some traffic like that here on the reserve because they have an incredible sense of hearing. Might see their ears wiggling. That great sense of hearing is super important to make up for their poor breathing. They can only see barely a few. Anything beyond that is really tough to spot. So they usually know that we're nearby, but not necessarily that they're lucky or bad here. Now here on that left-hand side, coming down over that hill, doesn't like we are. Now cheetahs are gorgeous. The fastest land animal in the entire world. They can reach speeds of over 60 miles an hour. See it? They only actually average about 100 miles. And they have really beautiful like line under their eyes. They act like built-in sunglasses to see a little bit better while they're hunting during the day. Because while they're really fast and great at catching their prey, they're not as powerful as predators. Lions will find them on these goofy rocks. The moon up there. Well, there it is. There are a couple of water bucks that are out on that right-hand side as well. Those are really cute, shaggy-looking antelope. They're really good at avoiding conflict with predators because they really love water. So they stand in watering holes, and it helps to avoid conflict with animals like these lions who really want to get away. If you are here tonight around sundown, keep those ears peeled if you think you're hearing the lions more. Very well might be. They can be heard from over 5 miles away. Stand high. You might be in for a very special moment. I didn't see too much going on out by those burrow holes there, but they are a very important resource for animals across the entire world. Animals here in Africa, like warthogs or even hyenas, will dig out and use those burrow holes as a really cool place to stay protected. Also helps protect against any elements. But even when you head back home, keep an eye out for burrow holes in your backyard. It's a great way you can save little critters like animals, like bunnies or squirrels. They try to make a home out there. Now there was that small nest of ostrich eggs out on the right-hand side as well. And ostrich eggs are incredible. They're the largest egg of any animal on the planet. They can weigh about 3 to 4 pounds each. And they're so strong, a human adult can stand on them without them breaking. Easily withstanding weights over 200 pounds.
posing a huge threat to habitat loss for all sorts of animals, elephants, rhinos, even okapi. So just bring those devices back to your local electronics store, especially if they're not working anymore. And this is a very simple way, give yourselves, can help to protect the incredible animals who live and travel through Africa each and every single day. But unfortunately, our time is coming to a close, and I just want to thank you so much for joining me. Once again, my name is Kirsten from New York. I hope you had a wild time out there, learned something new about your favorite animals, or maybe found a new favorite animal. If you're a wilderness explorer on board, this is the Simba of Walt, and I hope you have a great rest of your day here. If you're on the right, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors are opening, watch your steps, and have fun in the village.
That was Kirsten from New York, our guide today. John Bow, and welcome back to Harambe. Oh, I forgot how cold it was. Happy Friday morning, everybody. Good to see you today, Cheryl. I don't know if Miss Cresswell's class is still hanging out with us, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and having some fun with us on the safari this morning. I wish that when I was in kindergarten, we could watch and hang out at Walt Disney World live. That was kind of cool. So thank you guys for spending some time with us today. Here's our lowland mountain gorillas. This is our bachelor group over here. These guys are just finishing up breakfast this morning. Thank you, KK Grammy. Dick saw Snow White last night. What'd you think? Movie Mania Nick also saw it yesterday for a matinee. I'm taking this with me. This is a grab and go. Look at that. He is using his shoulder and his neck. So he's going to take it with him. He's like, I'm not leaving this for the rest of the gorillas. I'm taking this with me. Gorilla and go. He's like, I don't even want to hold it with my hands. Claiming it for himself. You guys ever seen that before? How you doing, Shoshana B? Check out our lowland mountain gorilla. Taking his found breakfast. He's holding it in his neck and shoulder so he can walk away with it. He doesn't want to leave it for the other gorillas to enjoy. I have to say, that's very much a KJ thing. He normally grabs his food and takes it someplace and puts his back to everybody else and eats in peace. He's not leaving any of it. Nope. Deb's like, that He's like, this is mine, and I'm taking it with me. Yeah, I get that, you know. Don't leave any piece behind. He always likes to eat breakfast in peace. It's a little chilly this morning, guys, so and we're glad to see some of the animals are active. Notice we only saw, and I didn't get to show it to you guys because it was on the other side of the vehicle and I couldn't get to him in time. There was only one giraffe on the safari this morning. I'm sure all the other giraffes came out and go, nope, too cold, and they went right back in.
They made the announcement that the ride may potentially be delayed because of animals on the road. That's probably a herd of giraffes making their way back inside their clothes. They're walking across the road, the same road that the trucks drive on. We've actually gotten escorted by a giraffe one time because they wanted to leave.
And they just walked out the pathway. Sort of like if you noticed when we got stopped and the rhinos were in the road. When we got to them, they had fresh hay and everything right there by a nutrition truck. So like I said, the rhinos knew that they stood there long enough to get something to eat. All right, crew, glad to have you with us this Friday morning. If you haven't done so already, take a couple of seconds, hit the thumbs up button. 230 of you guys have already done so. Thank you so much for that. It helps us out just for the analytics and making sure we are seen and acknowledged by YouTube, showing that we have active people who are watching and enjoying the streams. Thank you guys so very much for that. All right, did you guys enjoy the safari as much as the kids in the row in front of us did? He was having the time of his life. He was so excited. I don't know if you could hear all the comments, but
he was pointing out that gruesome. I think the rhino.
He loved the rhino, but I don't know if I don't think I got it on film because I don't film other people's families or kids, guys. But sometimes you can't help it when you're painting around, especially looking at animals. When we got to the Watusi cattle, he wanted to pet that dog, and he stood up, stuck his arm out the side, and his mom was like, "We can't pet them." He wanted to pet him so bad. He wanted.
So cool that we got to see that playing
Up close.
Not just up close, like scratching an edge of some sorts.
And pulling cattle.
Crush.
He did though. He stuck his arm all the way out the car and he wanted to pet that dog. You go back and listen and you might hear his mom go, "No, honey, we can't pet them." He's like, no, I want to pet that. I want to pet the cattle. Cheryl says, yes, we heard him. Oh, that was fun. Goober Girl says, the safari is my favorite in the park when I was there in person, and still is. And you never know what it's going to be like. It changes every so often. Here's the thing. It's not inside the park, so they don't have Disney Wi-Fi, if at all, out there. And because it's at the very edge of the park, connection gets really bad. Certain spots, especially by the elephants. But I was excited to see Cora out there today. Now, Cora is the youngest elephant. She's almost 2 years old now, if not 2 years old. She's no longer tiny, but I think she's still tiny when you compare them to her and the rest of the animals that are out there with her. Happy Friday morning. If you guys have just joined us here, I'm going to pop down here for some good views. Just to let you guys know, we do have a hard stop today. I do have a surgeon's appointment this afternoon we have to go to right after lunch, so we're only going to be out with you guys until about 11:30. So, would you like us to take your picture for you? Or did it turn out okay? Well, we can do it for you, yeah. Because you never know what those long distance selfies look like afterwards. So. Make sure Instagram and gotta get those stories right. Jill says we are at 54 days till our Virgin Voyages group cruise. So Cheryl, no lunch poll today because since we're gonna be leaving early to head on over to the doctor's appointment. I don't want to take up. We only have about 3.5 hours with you guys today, and I didn't want to take up any time sitting still. I figure we'll be rushing to try to get as much as we can as it is already. So. Thank you, Lone Wolf. It is a beautiful day at Walt Disney World today, Josh. Yeah, I'm just kind of warming my hands up. I still can't feel my fingertips. Fingertips.
That is somebody behind you.
They're cold, I think. Good morning, Rob. How you doing today? Well, it is, I didn't realize this until we got here. Luckily, I threw a long sleeve light jacket on. It's not huge, but it helps. We're only going to get a high of 69 here today, which is so unusual this far into March. There used to be a time when we hit March 1st, we got 2 days of spring, and then for the rest of the month, it was summer. So it's so weird that we're staying still kind of cold this late into everything. So Pam says there's a Virgin Voyage cruise ship in port this morning. You're going to be on that in just 54 days. I can imagine if it's chilly and breezy here, I can only imagine what it's like in Philly. All right, let's go take you. I want to take you guys later on. We're going to go up to where it's tough to be a bug. Of course, it had its last day operating this past Sunday. It's closed permanently, guys. It will reopen later with a Zootopia themed item in it. So, but as of Monday morning, the signs were all gone. I mean, they were like, they didn't waste no time. There was nothing left to show what it had looked like before. Chicken dumplings, $6.79. Mr. Kamal seasoned fries served with sriracha mayo and strawberry chocolate fries, cinnamon sugar french fries topped with chocolate ganache, strawberries, and honey cream cheese. We have yet to try that. So I've seen it one other place before, but we haven't had it yet. Strawberry chocolate fries. Is anybody in here actually tried the chocolate? The chocolate fries yet? Strawberry chocolate fries. Rob says they no longer want people to know how tough it is to be a bug. I see the problem is that show is just shy of 20 years old, and in the last 2 decades they've actually improved the lives of bugs in such dramatic ways with the invention of the Wi-Fi and, you know, smartphones. Bugs have it a lot easier nowadays than they do before. So oh hi.
Mark out. I was going to refer to you by friend.
How are you?
You're Owen Sandy. How you doing? We were on the jungle group break with you. Oh, you were about 5 minutes behind.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, cool. It's good to see you. You sure you don't want to say hi to everybody? Oh, I get it. Well, it's good to meet you. How's it going? I was one of our magic crew. Always a pleasure to meet you guys in the parks. If you come up, please say hello. We are not too busy. We are not in a space where we can be interrupted. You're always welcome to come over, and it's always a pleasure to meet you guys in person. So nice to meet you, Mark. All right. I would normally keep going, but I want to go see It's Tough to Be a Bug, since we're talking about it. What do you think, Deb? Strawberry chocolate fries. I don't think I've ever had chocolate with fries before, because it's sweet and it's salty.
Well,
so you got salted caramel. Why not salted chocolate?
Well, we're talking about like food and wine. We already have like plant-based stir fries over there. We have the fried trio, and then the reason has the fries is a sweet potato casserole type fry.
Yeah. Does that have chocolate?
Does not have chocolate.
See,
it has marshmallow.
Now this makes me sad. This makes me uber sad. Oh. Are they redoing the whole thing? We can't even take the back trail anymore. Oh, I love that trail. You guys know how much I love that trail. Please tell me we can at least go the front trail. All right, so the back trail is closed off. This eventually takes you to the exit. So we'll do some exploration and see what is up and what is available still after Tough to Be a Bug. Now it's tough to be a Disney guest if you can't get to the back of the train.
I wonder if they're already starting to work on it.
No, I that time you were trying to sneak up on me.
I hope so. Good morning, Marissa. How are you? Happy Friday. Hello, Barbara. You've had s'more fries? So chocolate and marshmallow?
Sounds good.
You know, I'd do that.
We need more dessert fries.
We could do dessert. We could do s'more fries. We could make those at home.
I think that's an area that just hasn't been touched.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many desserts. There's so many types of desserts.
All right, this is weird. Have we ever stopped to look at this bench? There's an entire bench over here. Wow. We've always been in a hurry. I've never stopped to look at the bench. I know it's just a bench, but it's a bench. A place to sit at Disney. Is that a hippo or a chimp? Or a chimpo?
Chimp.
A chimpo?
Chimpo.
A chimpo. It's a chimpo. It's a chimpo. All right, so this was our entrance to It's Tough to Be a Bug. While we still have the stand and the pieces for scanning in for lightning lanes, I want you guys to notice there's nothing. I mean, it's gone.
I See if we can still take the other path.
Well, I think we should go find out right now. We'll go look. But yeah, I'm looking for evidence of the sign.
I see people taking that, so I'm assuming you still take it.
Yeah. There is, I mean, it is gone. Lori Loves the Magic says, I like chocolate potato chips. I like chocolate covered strawberries, but I'm not sure about the fries. So I've had at Trader Joe's, I remember back in 2012, I was in Detroit and somebody told me about chocolate covered fries at Trader Joe's. I'm like, what? And I went and bought a bag, tried it, and shared it with the people in my office that I was working with in Detroit. And it was so good that I bought another bag on the way out and took it home for Susan to try. So.
Okay, now where are we going?
But I've never seen them anywhere else other than Trader Joe's. Oh no, was Thanos here? Somebody snapped their fingers? So another wall. I will tell you, there were so many places up in Detroit that were soup related, Shoshana B. And there was another place that made all these chopped salads. I wish we had soup places like we had in Detroit. Farmington Hills is where my office was actually at, so a little northern part. But I tell you what, those soup places, you would walk in and there would be 12 different soups to choose from. And I was so indecisive. I wanted to try them all. So I prefer like a buffet, but man, there's some great soup places. And then they had this one place that was all chopped salads. And you could go along the little salad bar and you could put any entree or any ingredient you wanted into those salads. And then they would just chop them up so finely. It was just amazing. And I've not seen a place like that since. So I know what you guys are thinking, hashtag always eating, but I think you have to admit that the food that's available in places defines our thoughts about that. So the big salad, it could have been. All I know is that they grabbed a big old giant metallic bowl, walked me down the salad bar, and I put anything I wanted in my salad, and then they put it into this other bowl, and they just chopped it so fine, and I've never seen anything like that before. Oh, it was so good. Not that I'm hungry or anything now. Do we have a place like that in Orlando? Tori, I'm making myself hungry. I don't get to have lunch today, so. I don't want to get wet. We're going to get into the area where it's going to get a little wet in here. Are we on? Up. There we go. All right, we're going to sneak back through here. Oh, don't get wet, dude. Oh, no. I don't think I've ever seen this path this busy before. Hey, by the way, our Virgin Voyage cruisers, our Magic cruisers, look, we have an octopus right here. Hey, I mention this every stream because I would love for anybody who would want the opportunity to hang out and and to enjoy the experience we're going to have in just 54 days. We're going to be getting on the Valiant Lady. Virgin Voyage's mascot is the octopus. Every one of their ships has a different mascot with a different color. And there are still staterooms available on the Valiant Lady coming in May. We'd love for you guys to join us. Or if you can't make it in May, from May 14th to the 18th, hey, come and join us on the Utopia of the Seas. Let me pop this over here now. That's going to be in July. You hear the music going? And July 14th to the 18th on the Utopia of the Seas. And then finally, our third group cruise for the year for 2025 is going to be on the Disney Dream, December 5th through the 8th. If you've never cruised before, this is a great opportunity for you not to do it by yourself, for you not to feel as though you're not sure what's going to happen. You have somebody to help you out and always be there. And these are people that you get to meet in person, part of our community. If you're interested in going to any of our group cruises this year, whether it's the one in May for Virgin Voyages, one on Royal Caribbean in July on the Utopia of the Seas, or the Disney Dream to meet Mickey and Minnie and all of their Maritime Cruise Christmas themed cruises, we'd love for you guys to simply go to ear-to-earmagic.com, fill out one of the forms over on our travel services page for cruising, and just tell them, hey, Susan, I want to know more about Virgin Voyages group cruise, or I want to know more about Royal Caribbean, or I want to go on the Disney cruise. And we'll be glad to give you a quote and get you guys set up and join us. We'd love to have you be on board the ships. Can't wait to see you on the seas. All right, our macaws are going to be flying over very soon for winged encounters. It's a Gila monster. What? Your inky broke? Oh, well, you can get a new one. I will give you some advice though, Pam. There's been at least one time we've been on where, for whatever reason, they sold out of their inkies, like fairly quickly on the cruise. If you want to do an inky for the Valiant Lady, buy one on your first day, as soon as we leave port, just to make sure. I don't normally do that. I don't normally do the whole, they're going to sell out, but we've had them actually sell out. And they won't be stocked until they get back in the port. So.
I see some of the posters that usually would have Bugs Life.
Some of the spaces that would have Bugs Life posters. This is our queue here, guys. That for It's a Bugs Life. Of course, it's completely closed off now. What is an inky? Inky is the name of their mascot, the octopus for Virgin Voyages, and they have these plastic octopi that you can purchase in their gift shop, and each one's a different color on each of the ships, and they call them inkies. You know, it's a cute name. They say that it's made to be either just on a display for your desk, or you can also put your cell phone on it as a cell phone holder. But I'll be just sitting on the desk and looking really cool. This is what a Friday morning should look like. Yeah, Lisa B, I'm glad that we got to show you guys the show last month on the stream. Lumageeza, did you get to see the Galapagos turtles? Not from this path, they're on the backside. But they're pretty cool. They're all named after monsters. There's like Frankenstein, Dracula. But you can still get them one path over from where we're at now, Lumageeza. I hadn't seen them today though. Oh, your Inky broke the one that... Oh, you have to talk to George on that one. That was really cool though. George Asher made us some really cool 3D printed items from our last cruise, including a really cool 3D printed Inky.
I still have that.
Oh, I still have mine.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, let's go back to mommy.
Made it like a keychain. How you doing, Chris? I want to say, if you're going to be working today, nice background music. Thanks for watching with us.
Right there. It's right there.
You see any of the otters from here?
Oh, they are playing. I see splashing. We go over to our side, they're going to be able to see that.
Oh, it says the otters are out playing. Let's see if we can find them. Otter playtime. I see some water roughage on the other side. Did they already swim on the other? There they are. There they are. Here's mom and the boys. Got one over here by himself. Hey, buddy. Where's the rest of the fam? They left you. Does he like turn around and realize they're all gone? Or is he gonna jump? Is he gonna jump? Who are the otter fans? I know Quaharini. Don't you love otters? I mean, I don't know. Anybody who says they don't love otters, that would make me nervous.
They're itchy.
Yeah, he went jumping back to find his brothers. They all were on the other island.
He's rubbing his back on the grass right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He's way back there.
Oh.
In the very back. Pretty dark. It is an awesome morning this morning, even though it's a little chilly. Glad you guys could join us. There he is. Come on up, buddy. Come on over. It's weird to see one just go off on his own like that. I'm trying not to zoom in because if I do too much, he's gonna like run away.
He's so itchy.
Oh, he's getting a belly rub. He's doing his own belly rub. This is otter nonsense. He's getting scratches. He is. Oh, and he's gone. Wow, he's fast. He is out of here, guys. They eat rabbits, so it's a love-hate relationship. Yeah, it's kind of hard. That circle of life thing gets in the way for a lot of stuff, doesn't it? They're omnivores, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, let's make our way over to DinoLand. How are we doing on time? All right, we got an hour left, guys. We do have a hard stop today. I've got a doctor's appointment I have to go to right after lunch. And it's on the other side of Orlando. So today we're gonna go till 11:30. And we're gonna leave. Oh, I hate leaving so early. But we'll be back again come Monday. Hey, if you guys are watching with us brand new today, hi, my name's Chris. My wife Susan and I are both Travelmation travel agents. We moved our entire family, including the one who didn't want to move here because he wanted to play in snow. We moved them all here in 2018 and have been bringing you guys content from Walt Disney World and Universal ever since. After the pandemic, we started streaming the parks because it was important for us to be able to show you guys exactly what was going on in the parks, instead of us just giving you an opinion of whether or not it was safe or not. And we've been streaming ever since, coming up on our 5th year anniversary in just like 3 months. So glad that you guys could join us today. We keep it family friendly because I have kids and we want to make sure that other kids and others can watch it. We want to defend the magic. We want to keep the magic. And we even have classrooms join us every so often. So we always want to make sure that we keep it on the up and up because we never know who's watching. So if you're enjoying today's stream, we'd love for you guys to join us on future streams. We'll be back at it again starting next Monday. So don't walk away today without taking a couple of seconds and hitting the subscribe button. We want you guys to be able to find us easily. Come on back and jump into the chat with us again come Magic Kingdom Monday, I should say. Thank you, Barbara. Very much so, Rob. We're so glad it's not in Miami. For the joy of Vegas. Was it Owen that wanted to stay in Atlanta and play in the snow? It was. Owen was very mad at me when we were going to move because he's like, I'll never see snow again.
I was kind of mad at that everything I was throwing away. I was going to have to throw away to move, but I'm going to have to throw it.
But since we've moved, we've traveled and gone on cruises and done things he's not done before, but we are trying to build back up to where we can travel some more. Go to even farther places. We hope that you guys let us be a part of it if you ever want to do some travel like that too. Leo says, I know what you mean. Here's the thing about snow. When you miss snow and then you get back to snow, it only takes you about maybe half an hour when you realize that you're kind of done with it already. Hey, Owen. There's a really long line for this, but I wanted to come over here real quick. At the Isle of Java, I think they have something we need to try it sometime, and I can't see it because they're really tiny. I think it's a snack, not a beverage, but I don't see it up on there. Yes, that's it. Tiger tail. They used to have tiger tails over at the Magic Kingdom. Then they changed them to the Treasure Cat tails, but you still have tiger tails over here. I think we need to get one day. I'm just formally letting you know that we need to stop and get a tiger tail in the future. I just realized we've never stopped to get a tiger tail. Some people call them tigger tails. In the Magic Kingdom, they were, tigger tails.
I just tried to call you, tell you where we're at. I just tried to call you. I ain't gonna take it out back.
Ready? Here we go.
Trashing the Camp, written by Phil Collins for the Tarzan soundtrack. Great song. By the way, who in the chat, trivia time, you know whenever they do a soundtrack with Disney, they can't help but to bring in some, you know, unknown talent to sing the songs to put on there. What boy band sang Trashing the Camp along with Phil Collins on the Tarzan soundtrack? I bet there's somebody on here who knows. What boy band sang along with Phil Collins in a version of Trashing the Camp for the Tarzan soundtrack? Restaurantosaurus is right over here to my right. Quick service location, burgers, chicken sandwiches, hot dogs, and the like. Goofy is a meeting guest over here. He's a little bit of a wilderness explorer himself. Up the path is Daisy Duck for meet and greets. At the end of the path is Chip and Dale dressed up as dinosaurs for Chipmunkosauruses. And over here to my left, Donald Duck is still meeting. So all of our characters are still over here. Oh, that's hard to see. Oh, they're just tearing it up behind that wall. Look at them.
Looks like we have...
I love this in the chat. Everybody. Do-wop-see-doo. I got Shannon. I got Lone Wolf. I got Goofy Girl. Nick. Lori Loves the Magic. Vicky. All of them know it was NSYNC. NSYNC sang on the soundtrack, Trashing the Camp. If you need some music after we're done streaming today and we're still in the office, you're looking for something to listen to as you finish up your workday, consider going on to Spotify or whatever it is, Apple Music, pulling up the Tarzan soundtrack and checking it out. Collins did such an amazing job on the music for that movie. I own the soundtrack. I also own it in French. Susan and I honeymooned 24 and a half years ago. And when we were in Paris, we went to a Virgin Records store right there outside of the Arc de Triomphe. And I bought the soundtrack for The Lion King and Tarzan, both in French. No regrets. Amazing. You think the music for Tarzan, if you think You'll Be in My Heart sounds cool in English, just check it out in French. Hey guys, can we show everybody your pins?
Yeah.
Man, you guys got a lot of pins. So many pins. 25th anniversary of pin trading here. We just saw Goofy. Awesome. Oh, look at the scarab over there for Aladdin. Thank you. All right, what you got, Anika? We got to see if we can. Oh, something new, something different. I see a Pumbaa. That's cool. That's appropriate for this park. We have that pin. We had to find that pin. That was a really hard pin to find at the time, many years ago. And that's cool. So I see a warthog and a panther. Of course, one's a superhero, and one's a just a warthog. Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Always have you got your pins with you. Go find the pin boards out and about. You can trade 2 pins at a time with any one cast member. You give them a pin, they give you a pin back. Good morning, Walt. Start. Look at that. Guarini has already put in the link for you guys to listen to the song later. Barbara says, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Friday and weekend. Thank you so much, Barbara. I hope hanging out in the Animal Kingdom this morning was laid back and relaxing. What do you think, Owen? Do you think we have enough time to go see a baby meatball? I think we need to go find a basso. Michael says, have you ever seen Lewis at Disney's Animal Kingdom? The only time I've ever seen Lewis has been in the Magic Kingdom. I've met Lewis on 2 different occasions. Like full-on meet and greet photos. One was over by the riverboat landing. For the Liberty Bell, and he was there with Dr. Facilier. But no, I've never seen Lewis, I think, in Animal Kingdom.
There's a big old bed.
We're at the end of our spring break week. It's not the only week of spring break. Just a lot of local Florida families right now are in spring break. We're going to be in spring break now probably until about mid-April. So if you guys are coming anytime in the next few weeks, just be prepared for longer lines.
If I go with Mignon, will they hear the beef?
55 minutes for Expedition Everest today.
my fat side.
If it's not a crazy wait, do you guys think it's gonna be a crazy wait for the
Sorry, where's the line?
Not that great. So like.
Yeah, Brandon says our spring break now here is not until April. It all varies upon your local area, but we are expecting spring break crowds here until, like I say, I expect spring break crowds until the week after Easter. So I think that's April 20th.
I think it's really
So don't make a mistake and think that if you come April 21st and somehow it's just going to be dead and everything is going to be great again. It's always the week after Easter, which is like the grand finale.
Yeah. Is there? Well, Owen's not scared. Universal Mall Repair.
Let's make our way over to the Maharaja Jungle Trek. See if we can catch our baby Sumatran tiger out today. We didn't want to go first thing this morning because it was just too cold. And when it's really chilly like that, the keepers will tell you certain animals are basically allowed to stay in their exhibits until it reaches a certain temperature. So it's a good guarantee that if you're below 60 degrees, that certain animals may not be available for viewing on the exhibit. Who wants to go ride Kali River Rapids? Yeah. Sign me up. It's only 5 minutes. Are you crazy? People aren't lining up for Kali River Rapids this morning?
But I see you're going.
Oh, I'm not going. I'm going past it myself. I'm from Florida. We don't do this in the cold and the wet. No. So, but are there people riding?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet there are.
There are people asking
It just won't be me.
ride.
All right, just let me keep going. Just keep.
They can go right ahead.
Let them and bless them and have a great day, right? Thank you guys.
No problem.
Have a great Friday. We did that in this type of weather. I don't know if you remember, Owen. We rode over at Universal's Island of Adventure, Popeye's Bilge Rat Barges. Popeye's and Bluto's Bilge Rat Barges. Let me say that a little bit more clearly. It's the same ride, but you get a lot more wet on that ride, guaranteed every time. We rode it in very cold weather like this one year. Was it 2023? And since nobody was in line, they let us ride it again. I rode it 3 times in a row. Now the people I was on the boat with, they rode it a 4th time, but I'm like, no, I'm done. I am so cold. So.
Come on in, y'all enjoy.
Yeah, I do, and I just finished organizing it. I just got that one. I was like,
Gabriel wants to know, are the people who are riding it from Norway? No, they're probably from Michigan. You know what? Those Michiganders, they don't get cold at all. We did, Gabriel. We did. We were supposed to ride it. Is he out? No, I don't see so.
No charting.
Gabriel was with us last year when we had a light challenge, and you guys hit it, and we went to go back to ride it, and they shut the ride down. We were ready to go. We had everything in the locker, and it just, oof.
I think we made, like, essentially got ourselves wet next to the nearby fountains just to make up for it.
Yeah, we went to play in the fountains and got ourselves wet. It's not the same, but. Go Tigers, just wear a wetsuit. I don't know. You mentioned me walking up with a wetsuit.
a goggle, a snorkel, the little flappy things. Thank you. All right, let's go see if our baby is out today.
But we have this stroller right.
Alright, let's see if our little guy is out today. He's not in the water, I'll tell you that. It seems really quiet this morning. I feel like the grass has gotten cut. Did they cut the grass? It looks shorter. I would think on a day like today, they would prefer the sunshine. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from up here, so we'll go further down and see if we can see him from the other viewing points. If he's out at all, we'll see. Like I said, it's a chillier day today, so it may be that they're waiting till it gets warmer.
Too much. Where do I begin?
They may be stuck right there next to the window. Prop says, I remember there was a good rain, everyone was hiding, so we figured, why not ride Popeyes? Over and over again. Hey, take advantage of it when you can, right? You're gonna get wet anyway. So obviously they're in the corner.
Maybe
it's ear magic.
Gotcha. Thanks.
What you run there?
The hat. I ran the Dopey. This was the Goofy, which is included in the Dopey.
Just signed up for my first Dopey for 2026. So
your first? It's so awesome, man.
I've done several halves, but I've never done the Dopey. So
it's
about time.
I did one Dopey, the first one this year, and it was incredible. It was incredible.
Looking forward to it. You know, so soon as I'm sure, I'm like, I gotta know.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of shirts. You get 6 shirts. So
I have so many shirts already. It's crazy.
Add to it.
Come on, sir.
What you got? You got him in the bamboo up there?
He's laying next to the bed. Just zoom in at that.
All right, let's see. Where am I zooming into?
Next to the bamboo.
The back bamboo? Or the bamboo right there in front of me? All right. He is hiding today.
I know. No, I thought you meant there was another one.
Is that him right there? Oh, he is. Okay, I see him now. He is hiding. A little closer. That's it. That's all we get is an ear. That's all you can get. Hey, can you blame me now? He found himself a nice place to sleep in and enjoy it on a Friday morning.
Okay.
So where's Sony?
I didn't see her. She must not be that far, right?
Oh, hang on, I need to stop this movement. Gus is moving a lot today. That's it, guys. We get one ear. One cute little baby Sumatran tiger ear. Little cat nap for him. A little bit of an ear is all we can see today as he naps. So no Sony. I don't see her out today.
Do you think that she may be inside and back's going on its own?
No telling. Or she may be just sleeping back there as well.
We just don't see her. Yeah.
All right.
Usually animals want nothing to do with
All right. Well, never guarantee to see the guy. And you know what? As he gets older, he's going to do just like his mom and spend as much time possible sleeping. How you doing, hey, Brito? Well, I'm sure he'll be out a little bit later, especially as it gets warmer. How you doing, Manos? Welcome in. I do appreciate the fact that you guys are coming in this morning. On our day like today, I'm always as nervous as can be. You guys have helped kind of settle me a little bit because, you know, the doctor's appointment this afternoon always puts me a little on edge. So I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us. And to spend a little Friday morning together. So if you guys are watching for the very first time, this is a great group of people. You know, I can tell you all kinds of stuff about what we do and who we are, but that's not the point of this stream. The point of these streams is to showcase the parks and the people who are inside checking out and chatting with us today. So if you are watching, if you're ninja watching at work, we'd love for you guys to at least come in and say hello at some point. But if you are just kind of a little nervous about, you don't know these people, it's a great group of people, very positive. Believe me, we try to stay as supportive and positive and upbeat as we can so that you can enjoy the streams and leave the streams with a big smile on your face from ear to ear. So if you come in today, say hello to everybody. Give them a chance to say hello back. Okay, we can't see a lot of water buffalo out here, but we can see all of our gooses that are always out here. Thank you, Pixie Dust Mom. Working like this and trying to do as much as we can on the stream helps keep my mind off of things for a bit. Thank you, yet it is. You guys don't know how much you provide support to other people just by coming in and being who you are. That includes me. I appreciate you guys. What? What? Gooses in the water? Let's go see if we can go find our dad. I don't think he's out.
Usually he's in the corner.
He hides and sleeps in the corners too. Nick, I have been to Dollywood twice in my lifetime. Once is when I was younger, and once we have taken the kids, Susan and I have. They had such a great time. We had such a great time. It has always been on my docket as we grow, as we have reason to, and we have the resources to do so, that we take a trip to Dollywood and share Dollywood with you guys too. I know Dollywood just opened up for the season. Dolly herself was there for opening day, so I'd love to take you guys to Dollywood again too.
Great view from there, right across. That's nice.
Is that him? No?
To your
right.
That's a lot.
There you go.
Where's the tiger? Can you find the tiger? Where's the tiger? There's a tiger. Oh. Look for the stripes. Okay. There's our boy.
He stuck it out.
Catnap time. This is Basso's dad, by the way. Can Susan help book a trip to Dollywood? You know what? I'm going to let Susan answer that question. Well, you definitely can check and see on that one, Nick. Having a little nap. Susan says, unfortunately, Dollywood does not work with travel agents. So yes, there's some travel places that do not give commissions. They don't have any contracts with. One of those places is Legoland. Thank you. Legoland, Florida is a fun place to go if you've got kids 12 and under. John Bone, good morning. And the only problem is while they will allow us as travel agents to book a trip for you for Legoland, Florida, by doing so, they don't allow us to take advantage of their promotions. So as agents, Susan and I have always been very upfront and honest with you guys that, you know, we don't charge fees. We want us helping you to be a complete value-added service. And for that reason, since we cannot book those things like Legoland, Florida without you having to pay more, then we just don't really offer it. We'll tell you how to and where to go on a consumer site, but
most of the deals you can find with just like interacting with booking on your own are going to be better than anything we're going to so.
Yeah. Which is why you don't see us promote Legoland in that way as far as travel.
We have nothing to offer.
As travel agents, you know, they're like, yeah, you can book Legoland, but you have to charge your client more. I'm like, then we won't do it. That's unfair. I'm not going to do that.
I've never seen a group of like...
Whoa, buddy, stay on there.
More of these
Well,
hustlers together in a tree. They made a nest. I'm assuming it's covered this way.
Are they? They're funny little things, eh?
they're not as active as they were, say, last week. I think the chill has kind of made them a less.
I mean, the starlings have finished their nest, so the attack starlings, they're not running around like crazy like in the last 2 weeks. I'm assuming they have someone run at the head.
Oh, there's plenty of places to do it down in Dollywood. That's not necessarily staying at Dollywood too. Honestly, I have been to Pigeon Forge. I love Pigeon Forge. It's a great place to stay and to have fun.
You have our fencing out today?
Mom, are we like missing emeralds? I think we might be missing.
They're not even running around like they normally do.
Calling you some. girlfriend, and she's a little bit long. His girlfriend is
Right behind you, Owen.
The mama doesn't have a tail that long.
He's just kind of chilling this morning.
was loud and fun.
That was loud and scary at first. I did not.
Hold on, let me call my girlfriend.
She never answers. Well, not when you call her like that. Our nest has been removed over here. Oh yeah. You see the gap there in the corner, guys?
So it's interesting that long feathered fellow we just saw is not a peacock.
No.
And the main
Peacocks are much larger.
the main differentiation. The main way I tell the two apart is that guy is more of a pheasant. Those long feathers are coming from his wings rather than his tail.
They're just cold today.
You trying to stay bundled up as well, buddy?
They're just cold. I understand. I get it, buddy. I'm sorry. Are you trapped? Are you stuck?
I was trained against my own.
Rob says there's a place in Pigeon Forge that I really enjoyed called Magic Quest. Basically a fancy scavenger hunt. Kids are the target audience, but nerdy adults like myself will enjoy it too. One of the things you're gonna love, coming to Disney Springs, just announced about a month ago, Level 99 is coming, and it is targeted more toward adults, I think, really and truly. Fully interactive games, full rooms. Think of it not as a scavenger hunt, but think of it as like full-on video games inside a fully projected room. Level 99, I don't believe we have an opening date, but it's going to be going into what used to be Disney Quest. And I'm looking forward to that. When that opens up, got to go take the family over there and try that out. So since we brought up Dollywood, when they're back in the day when their new flying coaster opened up, and I don't know why the name of it just eluded me, but it's the Wing coaster. When it first opened up its first year, we all went to Dollywood, and we got a chance to ride it. An amazing ride. I love the fact that it kind of hugs the contour of the geography of the park, of the hills. But with the way it's done is it's still very high. And yes, Wild Eagle. I knew it had something to do with Eagle. So I'll tell you, I rode with Caleb and Owen a couple times in the day, but at the end of the day, at the very end of the park day, we decided to go back and ride it one more time. So we stood in line. We got in before the park closed, so we were officially in line. And we decided to go into the front line, and we're at the front row. And when it came to the very end, the park had closed. We're still in line. and there were probably about 8 couples in the front row section still. And it got to the point where all the other rows were empty. And so, luckily for us, they decided that when we were getting ready to go on our next ride, the employees there decided that it was going to be the very last ride of the day. And so they made everybody else in the front row section behind us fill in the rows on the car. So last ride of Wild Eagle for the day, we get the very front row. So we're waiting for the car to come up for us to load on to ride. And it was myself and Caleb. I don't think you rode with us the last one. I think you were gone. You were hanging out with Mom and Liberty.
I was not as a thrill seeker
at that point. Yeah.
At that point.
Caleb was the full-on thrill seeker at that point. Owen was just kind of getting started. So Caleb and I were in line. All the other rows were full, waiting for the next car to come up so we can load it for the very last ride of the day. And the guy and the woman in the row next to us, the second row, looked at us and said, "I'll give you $20 if you let us ride in the front." So Caleb looked at me and I looked at him, and this is what I said. I told him, I said, "Look, this is our family trip. My son wanted to ride this one last time. This is his ride. I'm just here to ride it with him." I said, "I'll let him make the call." And I said, "Caleb, do you want to take the $20? It's yours. If you decide it, I'll get in the second row with you and you can keep the $20. It's all up to you. I'll let you make the decision." And he sat there and he thought, and he thought. Then he looks at the people in the second row and goes, "No, I want to ride this in the front row with my dad." And says, "Thank you," and turned back around. That was a cool moment. Why do you travel? Why do you do stuff like this with your family and your kids? It's so that one of these days you can look back on the time that your son turned down a fresh, crisp $20 bill just because he wanted to ride in the front with his dad. So, you don't travel to go places, you travel to make memories, and that's always been a great memory of mine from Wild Eagle. Hey, Owen. The cleanup crew is here. And they work for cheap.
Where's your mother?
They're asking. Are you guys doing it? You guys are doing an excellent job this morning. Getting all that extra popcorn that people are dropping. Good job. That's a big piece. He's just going to take it with him. He tried so hard to get that piece. They're so big they can go out on their own now. Yep, 2 of the little bitty guys. Good morning.
At least they got a snack.
Go Tiger says we get her Dollywood, he'll meet us there.
Well, it looks like they have a 360 passenger.
Yeah, they moved the 360 from the back where it's closed off. They moved it over here. So, if you've ever had your 360 degree photo taken here at Animal Kingdom, they moved it from the back area, which is now closed off because it's closed. They moved it right up here to the front. It's right over here to my right. Well, unfortunately, everybody, we have to close a little bit early today. I do have a doctor's appointment I've got to go to. I hate that when we, personal stuff interferes in what happens here on the channel, but we know that you guys understand. While this is a business, is also a very family-run and personally invested channel. So thank you guys so very much for hanging out with us this morning. We hope that you enjoyed seeing the animals over at Kilimanjaro Safaris, checking out Navi River Journey, and really just spending the day this morning getting ready to start a brand new weekend. We hope your week has been good, and if not, we hope your weekend's even better. And as we move forward, would love to invite all of you who have joined us for the first time today. Come and join us again starting on Monday. We'll be back for Magic Kingdom Monday. And we'll do it again next week, every single day, Monday through Friday. Thank you, Whitney. You can do us as good luck at the doctor. We greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Wild Star. Donald says, thank you for always making us smile and making our day. Well, it goes both ways, Donald. It really does. So we appreciate it. We love that you guys can come in and just be a part of what we do. Ratio.
Riley family. Hey, nice to meet you.
Hey guys.
We're huge fans.
Nice to meet you guys.
Watch
How you
every
doing?
day.
Would you guys like to say hello to everybody?
We would love to.
All right, so we've got a little bit of sun behind you, so we're going to scare everybody real quick.
Scoot a little bit.
But how are you guys doing today?
Good to see you. We're the Riley family.
Now, where's home for you guys?
We're in South Carolina.
So not too far.
Not too
Enough
far,
to drive.
About 8 hours.
I just say we were in Atlanta before.
Yeah.
So it's about the same amount of time.
That's true. That's true.
So how often do you guys get to come down?
Well, actually, usually it's every few years, but we came last year during spring break, and now we're here again during spring break.
Wow, so you started a new tradition?
Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. We got a little lucky here.
Like next year, all right, spring break, where we're going.
Yeah,
let's go.
Exactly,
we know where we're supposed to go.
Yeah.
So when did you guys get here?
We came last Friday, so we've been here a week, and started the parks on Sunday.
I'm so sorry about the weather. I'm so sorry.
It's been
cold.
Cold and then really hot a couple days.
I know. It starts off like at 50 degrees, and then all of a sudden it's like 80. I'm like, what's going on here?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I started off with a hoodie the other day, and about halfway through the morning, I'm like, I'm taking this thing off. It's too much. It's done.
I know.
So, all right. So since you've had your whole week already, what was your favorite thing? What is the one thing that you really enjoyed this week? Is there anything new or different that you guys did on this trip?
I don't know. I mean, we always love Guardians. It's just amazing, that ride. Food, yeah.
The food? Well, think who you're talking to. People always like, every time I turn on your channel, you're eating. I'm like, but that's part of it, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, what's the best thing you've had to eat?
Crazy enough, the baguette.
Yeah.
From France.
In France, the France Pavilion?
Butter.
We never take you guys back there because it's always been kind of, sometimes I take you back in the bakery and the line is long and we don't mind. And then all of a sudden the signal cuts out.
Right.
And so we're stuck there holding a piece of bread and nobody can see us.
Right. Yeah.
But it's really fun to do that. And it used to be back in the day that would open up as soon as the park opened at like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But the rest of the showcase was closed.
Right.
So everybody goes running to the front of the park.
Right.
But if you knew the bakery is open, you could get a baguette like that or a chocolate croissant and then just walk through an empty World Showcase.
Yeah, nice.
The Skyliner, I'm not trying to be, put it in a bad thing, but the Skyliner kind of ruined that.
It changed things, yeah.
Now so many people are coming in through the back. The bakery is a really great place to start the day off, and it's not nearly as empty as it used to be.
Yeah,
so,
we do love the Skyliner too.
Well, I'm glad that you guys had a
Mexico.
Empanadas.
Empanadas, they're so good.
Well, you saw what this guy did about the empanadas before.
Yeah.
When it was it the Festival of the Arts? That the empanada, or was it Food and Wine? That's one of his favorite things was the empanadas.
Yeah.
So, I think we're about to be overshadowed by some parrots. Is there anybody back home in South Carolina you want to give a shout out to?
We'll say hey to my parents. Yeah, we call them Honey and Pops. So we'll let them know that
they're coming home.
Yeah.
They're going to come back home, and they're not going to bring you any empanadas, but they're going to tell you all kinds of great stories.
Yeah. We love watching y'all. Usually it's like on the replay, but
Thank you for watching and replay. That's awesome. And well, thank you guys so much for saying hi today.
Owen, you just cracked
So,
me up. I laugh all day
and
long.
dude, love the shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Love the shirt.
Yeah.
Did you guys go over to see the Easter eggs over the Grand Floridian?
We didn't yet. We're going tomorrow.
Yeah. There is a DuckTales Easter egg, so go check it out. So it is it is cheeky. It is cheeky.
Yeah.
So, but thank you guys so very much. Everybody in the chat, say hello to the Riley family. You guys have a great day tomorrow, and we'll see you next spring break.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys have fun. Thank you so very much. Enjoy. Thank you guys. Sure.
Yeah, yeah. We'll love it.
Come on. We're going to get a selfie. Everybody has to smile. We're gonna I thought we were going to have a parrot in there for a second. That would have been pretty great if a parrot just landed right there. Oh, well, we'll try again next spring break.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. Nice to meet you. You guys have fun. That is our crew, guys. I love meeting the people who watch our streams because, well, they're part of what we do and we thoroughly enjoy it. So thank you to every single person who's come and hang out with us today. And Riley family, thank you so much for allowing us to see you in the parks today.
You probably know that that's one of the reasons they're very challenging.
Sure, we can do the bird coming in.
Into the household as a pet. They also come with more challenges. The fact they live for decades on end, professionalism making a mess by chewing on everything and pooping very frequently. So it's great that you have the ability to learn about them and see them at places just like Disney's Animal Kingdom, and then you can keep.
We're gonna wait for the macaws to come on in before we close out today.
So I invite you all to come on in if you're enjoying in the pathway.
If you want to experience this in person, we would love for you guys to allow us to be your travel Mason travel agents. As what we do, we help you book and plan your trips. We charge no fees. And we make sure that you guys have someone to go to when you need help. And again, it costs you nothing to have us be your travel agent. So we'd love for you guys, if you're watching on television, to scan that QR code off of your television right now, or you can go to ear-to-earmagic.com at any point and let us know whether it's Disney, Universal, cruising, or other general travel. We'd love to be a part of it. Just simply send us an inquiry form, and Susan and Heather will get back to you soon to help you book and plan that next trip.
To be a part of a breeding program in hopes that their offspring can be released out into the wild to boost up that population number so that one day we all have the opportunity to see skies full of these gorgeous birds. Now, sounds like a pretty magical sight to see. Sky full of macaws, full of color, and a sight you may never get to see in your lifetime. But here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, that's so easy to see that all you have to do is take a look to the sky.
Here they come. Thank you guys so very much for all that you do for us here at Ear to Ear Magic. And as we close today, remember, share a laugh, share a smile, share a compliment. But whatever you do, be the sunshine in somebody else's day. You'll never regret it. Thank you guys so very much. Have an amazing afternoon, blessed weekend, and we'll see you guys starting Monday in the parks. Thanks, everybody. See you real soon.
Macaw here, Paris, Scarlet Macaw here, Tanqueray, and so many more. There's military macaws, those green birds over there with Caitlin. And get your phones and cameras up because it looks like they're about to do what they do best, and that's when they take flight. And there they go. It looks like most of the birds are headed out of here. We just have Cletus and Sammy Joe hanging out with Pooh and the macaws. Oh, they're out of here too.
Whoa, Owen just flew out. Owen, come back here. You cannot fly away with the parrots. Come back. Come. All right, fine. Go hang out with the birds. We'll pick you up later. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you real soon.